I used to pay my middle school bully not to bully me. Then I found out he actually needed the money. He made my life a living hell. He would turn all the boys in class against me and bully me about my eyebrows. One time he begged me to buy him pizza and said he promises not to bully me all week if I do. So I bought him a box of pizza and he fulfilled his promise. I loved the idea. I began to do it on a regular basis. I started asking him every Friday what he wants next week so that the bullying doesn't happen again. He asked for 2 bags of hot fries of potato chip flavor here in the US, and another time he wanted all milk from the cafeteria. And once he asked, my school had a uniform dress code. It was $25 per shirt, and the pants were $15, if I remember correctly. He showed up the first day of 8th grade in regular clothes, a tee and jeans. So he got sent to the main office to wait for his parents. My aunt was there because she used to drop off my lunch and hand me money to buy food after school. She saw him upset and asked what's wrong, and he starts crying lightly. His parents wouldn't come because they couldn't afford the uniform, and decided it would be best to avoid the situation. After my aunt hands me my lunch, she buys him a uniform hoodie, a couple of tees, and a long sleeve. He said he had pants at home and he was hesitant to accept, but eventually took them and thanked her. Now 13 years later he runs a nonprofit that has something to do with kids receiving books. I think it's sweet, and I forgive him for being a bully because he didn't grow up to be in a hole like most bullies.
Did you even think about your boys when you got in your car? She is smiling and completely ignorant to the pain she has caused to my entire family. So I guess that's it.
I secretly put money in my pants pockets, so my husband will do the laundry. He doesn't know that he is part of my budget. If I even try to do the laundry, he is like, no, I got it, worth every red cent. I fake an accent at my job. My heart is pounding writing this, because I literally haven't told anyone this. So I work at this one store, and I work on the sales floor. But before all that, I was just one person interviewing for a position at the store. Before I arrived for my interview, a friend of mine dared me to interview in a British accent. I said I'd do it only if they paid me, and to my surprise, they sent me like $10 through Venmo, which was more than enough for me. I went into the interview with the mindset that I wasn't gonna get hired, and they inevitably hired me on the spot, accent and all. Was nervous because I had already talked to a whole bunch of higher-ups with the accent and decided to just go through with it, thinking it was only going to be a summer job. I was so wrong. It's been like 7 months that I've been working there, and I still use the accent to this day. When people ask me where I'm from, I just tell them my hometown, because I have several Brits from that town whom I grew up with. The accent hasn't really posed a problem until now, 'cause my BF is friends with one of my coworkers. So I'm gonna have to find the right time to come clean. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I Photoshop every photo of my mom. My mom has really had a hard time the past few years. When she entered menopause, she gained weight, and no matter how much she works out or what diet she tries, she cannot drop it. She is a wonderful person, beautiful inside and out, but I could tell it was really taking a toll on her. So I started lightly photoshopping pictures I take of her before I send them to anyone or print them. I just snip a little here and there, slight reshaping and smoothing out a few wrinkles, nothing drastic, but enough. Since I have started this, she has started acting more confidently and has stopped making negative remarks about pictures she is in. She loves being in pictures with everyone again. It has really helped. I have not told anyone and never will.
I hate my brain-damaged sister. I can't believe I am actually typing this out right now. It's making it feel very real. And before you say it, I know. I am probably one of the worst human beings on this planet. Round a year ago, my older sister, 27, widowed mother of two boys 8 and 5, decided to, against every single warning made, get drunk as shit and wreck her car into a rock embankment outside of our town. She was life-flighted to ICU, spent weeks in a coma and awoke in vegetative state in the past year. She has slowly began to see some progress. Because of this accident, I was forced to quit my job, leave my friends, move across the country and back in with my parents to help take care of her and raise my nephews. I love them dearly. But I have never wanted to have kids, especially not forced upon me like this. She had the mind of a child now, argues about silly things. Can't cook for herself, cries over everything, can't read, memory loss. Partially paralyzed on her right side, has aphasia, and a list of other problems with me as her caregiver. She tell me how happy she is to be alive. After such a bad car accident, I want to scream that I wish she would have died. Her boys are a wreck after losing their dad recently and now having a fucked up mom. My parents are spending all of their retirement savings for her treatments. I can see the years getting shaved off my dad and mom from the stress. I don't treat her any differently. I still tell her stories and laugh with her and do my best. But I hate the way I feel when I look at her. That's my confession. I have a deep, dark hatred and resentment for someone I love, and I will never let her know. I've realized I detest my boyfriend. We've been together almost 3 years. We live together. I support us 100%. In the time we've been together, he's worked maybe 2 months. He's depressed and anxious, and he steals all the oxygen and joy out of every room. He never wants to go anywhere, but then complains that we never go anywhere. I got him an interview at my work, a moderately well-paid entry-level position. He refused to go, saying he wasn't ready. Then spends time C.
I put $5 to $10 a week in my clothes. He thinks he is getting one over on me because we both have a weekly budget.